this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1991 movie, The Silence of the Lambs. In this movie, there was a serial killer named Buffalo Bill who's been killing women and taking their skin and everything, and the FBI is trying to catch him and everything, and they think that Hannibal Lecter might be able to give them information, so they send Clarice Starling to talk with him and everything to try to find out information and stuff. She's kind of like on the case to find Buffalo Bill, and she goes and talks to him, and throughout the whole movie it goes in between her talking to him and doing her investigating and stuff, and shows some of her backstory of when she was a kid and stuff, and this is just a really, really good movie. The cast in here is just really good. Jodie Foster plays Clarice, and she is perfect in the role and everything. I actually haven't seen the sequel, Hannibal, because of the fact that she didn't return and everything. I just can't picture anybody else playing this character and everything. I need to give it a chance, because I do like Julianne Moore. I just haven't seen it yet. But I think Jodie Foster is perfect as Clarice. Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal is really good too. I think he's one of the highlights of the movie. I mean, pretty much anybody would say that. He was just absolutely great as the character. He has a likability and charm to him, but he's also really creepy as well and everything. I just think he's really awesome. Ted Levine plays Buffalo Bill, and he's also really creepy, and he's really kind of a weird character and everything, but he does a good job playing him and everything. And Scott Glenn plays Jack Crawford, who is an investigator that he's kind of like a partner with Clarice. She's like an FBI trainee, but he's like, I guess he's like her mentor or partner or whatever. But he's really good too in this movie. Now, all of them fit their roles perfectly. I think the writing and stuff by Ted Talley, I haven't read the books and everything, but I've heard that it follows the book pretty well and everything. I think that he did a really good job with writing this movie and everything. I love how throughout the movie we learn Clarice's backstory, either through flashbacks or through her talking to Hannibal and everything. I think that in a lot of those scenes when she's talking to him, Jodie Foster's performance is just really, really good in those scenes. Jonathan Demme did a really great job directing this movie too. I think he won an Oscar for it, but I thought he did a good job on that. And Howard Shore's score is just absolutely perfect for this movie. It helps bring the dread this movie, because this movie has like a dreaded feeling to it and everything, and like the atmosphere of this movie is really good, and the score really helps with that. The cinematography is really good. There's a lot of beautiful cinematography in this movie, and the sets and stuff are really good. The only thing that kind of bothers me in this movie were those moth things. I thought they were really creepy. I'm not really into bugs and stuff. I don't really get scared of them, but if those big moths were flying around me or whatever, I probably would freak out, because they were pretty creepy. I don't know why it creeped me out, but they really did in this one. I think the kills and stuff are pretty good. There's not a lot of kills in here, but the ones that we do get are pretty good. My favorite one is when Hannibal is about to break out of the prison, and he bites the guy's face and stuff, and then he kills the other guy with the crowbar, or not crowbar, but the nightstick, or whatever the thing is called. But I love that scene and everything, and it's one of my favorite scenes with Hannibal and everything. And I love the scene at the end of the movie where he's talking to Clarice on the phone, and he says that he has to go, that he's having somebody for dinner. It's like really funny. It's like really dark humor. Or he says, I'm having a friend for dinner, and everything. It's just really dark humor, but I thought it was hilarious, and everything. And his delivery of that line is just perfect, and everything. But this is just a really great movie. It's a classic for a reason. It's one of those horror movies I think everybody should see, and everything. I do think that it sucks that this is the only horror movie to ever win Best Picture at the Oscars, and everything, because I think there were movies before it and since then that would have deserved to win Best Picture as well. But I'm glad that at least this is a movie that's a really great movie, so at least it's one that deserves it and everything. So I'm not going to complain about that. But I'd give it a 10 out of 10 because this is a really great movie. It had me on the edge of my seat from start to finish and everything, because when I watched it today, it was my first time watching it in about 12 years, I think. I got it on video back in 2007, I think, is when I got it. I haven't watched it since I very first got it, so it was really nice getting to revisit this movie and everything. And I'll probably review Hannibal at some point. I have that one, but I may wait till I can get the rest of the movies in the series and then review them all together and everything. But I really enjoyed Silence of the Lambs. I think it was a great movie and everything. And I'm glad that I chose this one as one of my 31 Days of Horror for day 29. But let me know in the comments what you think of this movie. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's overrated? Do you think it's not overrated? Do you think it's the best horror movie of all time or one of the worst? Let me know in the comments what you think of it. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Oh, no. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you off?